and welcome. I'm Ali Mortimer at Heal Yourself Happy and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm sharing with you a recipe called for happiness balls because our topic of the month is all about bringing joy. So it really is true, what you eat can play a massive part in your happiness and therefore how joyful you're feeling. So the reason why they're called happiness balls is because the ingredients that are in the happiness balls all contain the amino acid tryptophan. And tryptophan, I've talked about before, is an amino acid which is the precursor to promoting the hormones serotonin, melatonin and vitamin B, which are all hormones in your body which contribute towards the feeling of happiness. They are good mood foods. So let's get cracking. First up, we're going to take some oats. Today we're going to take some oats. So here I've got 100 grams of oats and I'm going to put them in my blender. I'm using a NutriBullet. And don't worry about writing down all the ingredients and quantities. I will post up a recipe card with this video so you can have it to print out and make it your will. Then we've got some almonds. So almonds are brilliant sources of tryptophan and a good mood food along with the oats. So this is 150 grams of raw almonds. I've got those in there as well. Right, you might want to turn down your volume because we're going to whiz these up now and make these into kind of like a flour-like consistency. So turn your volume down. There you go, you can see that's like a flour-like consistency now. And to that, I'm going to add some raw cacao powder. So this is 50 grams of raw cacao powder. You can get this from most supermarkets, Ocado, Sainsbury's. I like the Lucy B coconut ones, but there are loads of different brands. So pop that in there as well. And then also I'm going to add in a little bit of maca powder. So we're going to take some maca powder, which is really, really good for energy. And also it's a little bit of a libido booster as well. So if that's not happiness, then what is? So a teaspoon of that, pop that in there as well. I got these, I think, from Aldi. So just maca powder. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to melt some coconut oil. So we need 3 tablespoons of organic, preferably coconut oil. So coconut oil is a good fat, a healthy fat. So what I mean by that is actually good for your body. It is good for your brain, good for your hair, good for your skin, good for your nails. Our body does need an element of fat, but there are lots of different types of fat. This is a good one. And I like to think if we put lots of good fats in our body, then our body doesn't retain the bad fat. That's what I like to think anyway. Then we're going to put 2 tablespoons of, oh no, I've done that wrong. So we're going to have, I'm trying to read my recipe. So 3 tablespoons of organic honey and actually only 2 of coconut oil. Whoops daisy. Let's do that again. Whoops daisies. Doesn't that remind you of the film with, what's it called? It's a street in Notting Hill. Reminds me of Notting Hill when Julia Roberts laughs at him and says, whoops daisies. Right, there we go. So that was 2, what did I say, 2 or 3? So 2 coconut oil, 3 honey. I will get with it in a minute. 3 in there. And then we want some almond butter. So 100 grams of almond butter. So again, more almonds means more tryptophan. So just get my scales. You probably really should use a clean spoon, but I'm not going to. Just 100 grams in there. 2, 3. So it's about 4 tablespoons, I think, of that. Right, and then I'm just going to put that on my hob and melt that. It won't take very long, but I've only got an Arga at the moment, so excuse me one moment. Right, so now the nut butter or coconut oil and honey is nicely melted. I don't know if you can see that in this video. Nicely melted. Now, I should mention that raw organic honey is a little bit more expensive than others. This is a lovely brand, Hilltop honey. Really good for you in terms of antioxidants and a really good immunity booster. Right, so in a bowl, you can do this in a blender, but I find it in Nutribullet, it all kind of sticks at one end and it's really frustrating. So I prefer to do this in a bowl. If you've got a more traditional type blender, or a food mixer, that would work fine, but I'm going to do mine in a bowl. So take my dry ingredients, put that in my bowl here, pour over all the melted yumminess that's going to come out of here. Got a good spatula, then get it all out. I love this plastic one, just gets every last drop out of the pan. Boys don't like it because it means they can't lick the bowl when I make a cake. Right, and then what you just need to do is mix that all together. I'm going to go a little bit of a darker colour now because of the raw cacao. So raw cacao and dark chocolate are not only full of antioxidants, so really good for fighting free radicals and therefore really good for boosting your immunity, but actually they are fantastic for your mood. So get some dark chocolate in you or the raw cacao and you'll feel great. Can you see this consistency now is getting, you probably can't see, there we go, getting a little bit stickier. I might get my hands in a minute. It's getting a bit stickier, which is fine. Just make sure all that cacao and everything is really mixed in. It's an arm workout for you. Get rid of build some muscles or get Cameron Diaz arms, my goal for the summer. So mix that all in. It's all kind of going into a really sticky mess, which is just yummy because I love a bit of mess in my kitchen. There we go, get it all in, knead it. Right, so you'll now need a tray with some parchment paper in it and a bowl with some sesame seeds. So sesame seeds, again, are another really great food which contain tryptophan, and what we're going to do is we're going to coat these happiness balls with sesame seeds. Now you can coat them with a whole variety of different toppings. I really like coconut, so you could use desiccated coconut on them, or you could use some more raw cacao powder around them. What else have I used? Chopped up pistachio is also really lovely. In fact, actually, let's do two. We're going to do some with sesame seed and some with cacao. So I'm going to get my bowl back, put the cacao in there, and then you just take a piece of the mixture. So whatever size you want your balls, you might want big balls or you might want small balls. It's totally up to you, but just take a little pinch. I like them kind of like that size, and just roll them into a nice ball, and then pop them in there so that they coat all the way over all your ball. Can you see? So it's nicely covered. And then pop it on your tray. We'll do another one, and this time we'll do it with raw cacao powder. Now these are lovely. I often take these as gifts for people if I know they're a bit unhappy, and take some happiness balls. I've also been known to take happiness balls to a rugby match as well as a treat on the sideline. There we go. So that one is also covered in cacao, and I'll put that on my tray. And now I'm just going to pause the video and finish those. Right, so here I am, just doing my last ball. And pop it in my tray. So here we go. I've got a full tray of happiness balls. These are going to go now in the fridge for about 30 minutes, sorry, into the freezer for 30 minutes, just for 30 minutes until they get a little bit harder, so the coconut oil hardens again basically. Pop them in the freezer for 30 minutes, then take them out and put them in an airtight container in your fridge, and they'll keep there for about 5 days if they last in your household. They don't last that long in mine. I've done a mixture of slightly bigger ones and I've done some smaller ones, because sometimes you feel the need for a big ball and sometimes you feel the need for a smaller ball. I really hope you enjoy these. These will make you happy and joyful. If you enjoyed that little video of me, Ali Mortimer, at Heal Yourself Happy in the Kitchen, sharing some of my favourite tasty or fast food recipes, then please head on over to the online community, which you can get access through going to my website, healyourselfhappy.com, and going on the online membership community drop down. Go in there, you can sign up for emails, you can sign up for information, and you can also get access to the online community page. I'll see you there.